Hello there, H+III+T to boot that dang on time. Yes, I got a haircut. No, I didn't want to, but Easter is on its way. That's neither here nor there. You guys, I haven't done a freaking top 5 in a hot little minute. Well, a proper one anyway. No Great Britain. No? Okay. That pun might have been forced, but that's neither here nor there. So today I wanted to do a top 5 of my top 5 suicide silence freaking songs or whatever. I'm not like a hardcore suicide silence guy, but they do follow me on Twitter, in which I followed back. And I did buy their last album. If you want to see that review, go back into my videos. You have to dig a long way to find it, but it's somewhere in my videos or whatever. Go to the Lapper Trap playlist or whatever. Suicide Silence, to me, as far as rock goes, they're my metal Tyga. I'm a Tyga fan, but not like, oh, Tyga. Same thing with Suicide Silence. I'm not like, oh my gosh, everything they do, but I'm a fan, yeah, so without further ado, let's go into the dang on list. And again, this is my list. If you wish to talk trash in the comments, feel free to purchase a camera, or hey, do the iPhone game as most of you like to do, and make your own channel. This is my list. Let's begin. Number 5, I'd have to say, is Lifted. This song is so freaking aggressive, and it's tied with no, it's not quite as heavy as another one. You guys will hear that later on, but Lifted is so freaking aggressive, and I believe this album, I think it was Time to Bleed, forgive me if I'm wrong, y'all, but on this album, I remember seeing an interview where, like, Mitch was talking to, rest in peace, where Mitch was talking to the producer guy, and, like, the way they mixed his vocals, it was, like, really rough. Like, he wasn't, like, in the booth, like, you know, like, the microphone was like this. Like, he was, like, on top of the microphone, like, just screaming into... Kind of like the first Slipknot album, where it's just this rough, aggressive, almost like a live-type vibe, where you get the feedback and everything. Mitch is just raw. Just, this is not you. This is not your reality. That song is actually... how I interpret it, it's about... Mitch has a friend, and he's doing drugs, and he's like, hey, don't freaking do that, because you're, like, leaving reality, and this isn't you, because this is your reality right here. You gotta leave that stuff alone and come back. That's what I interpreted it as. I don't know if that's what it's actually about, but that's what I thought it was. It's a great song, very freaking heavy, but I love it regardless. And that freaking breakdown, when they get that, I just imagine Mitch just killing the crane joint with it, you feel me? But that's neither here nor there. That's number 5, let's go to number 4. Number 4, I'd have to give it to Wake Up. This is the heaviest song I have on my iPod. It is just so aggressive. Now, there's a little bit of structure to this one, so it's a little bit easier to follow because the chorus is a lot easier to identify. But oh my gosh, this song is so heavy, and the video is like crazy. I mean, it's a great song. It really is a good song. What it's really about, I honestly couldn't tell. It's another one of those things where I interpret it as something personally based on what I was going through when I first heard it or whatever. But I don't know what the song is actually about. I just know what it means to me. But it is such an aggressive song. It's a good maybe, I don't even know if it's 3 minutes. It might be in that 2-minute realm. It's just straight heavy from the word go, and you got that high like metal, not like the genre metal, but like an actual like steel, not like a steel drum, but you know how like the snare's like pang, like hard to describe. But those of you who know Suicide Silence, you know what I'm talking about. Just that high pitched snare, it's like bang, bang, bang. It's not pop, it's like bang. Freaking love that. It's so freaking crazy. My Moses. Check it out if you haven't. That is such a good song. That's my number 4. Let's go to number 3. Number 3, You Can't Stop Me. Now you guys remember, and not the album, like the title track off their last album, you guys remember when I was reviewing that album, I said I wasn't really feeling the album, but that song stood out to me. When I first heard this, and like, actually I wasn't feeling it at first because I didn't hear it in the context of the album, I just saw the video, had me hyped, but when I heard it in the context of the album, it just exploded. I had it on repeat for no joke 7 days after I reviewed the album. I freaking love that song. It's just, and freaking Eddie, I think that's his name, the new vocalist from, I think, All Shall Perish or whatever. This guy, he reminds me of Howard Jones, just how he commands the track. Like, you feel me? Like, no offense to Mitch. Again, rest in peace, he's a legend. But freaking Eddie is so powerful on this song. And I think I remember them saying in the DVD, Mitch wrote this actually, but freaking Eddie is killing it. His highs are so high. But then when he goes low, it's like he's going underground. Gosh! Like, honestly, I'm in shock that this isn't my number one. It is such a good song. It's easy to follow. It's got really good structure. It's like verse, chorus, like, you feel me? Really easy to follow. Great. Obviously, nothing that would be on the radio, but metal radio, like Liquid Metal or something like that, then yeah. Great song. I've already talked about this song in the review, and if you want to check that out, go back in my videos or whatever. But just a freaking amazing song. Eddie really showed out on this one, and the instrumentation's great too. Everyone came through on that song instrumentally as well. But let's go to number 2. Number 2, Cease to Exist. Now this was another song that it was like a soundtrack in my head for a very long period of time. This song, I remember I was in math class, and kids, don't listen to music in class. I'm not encouraging that, but that's not here nor there. I was in math, and I just remember, like, exactly when this song dropped. I was listening to it, like, in my headphones, while I'm doing the work or whatever, and it just caught me from the word go. Just the chorus. I will drag myself through a mile of broken glass just to watch you cease to exist. Yo, I have heard some wordplay before, and it's not even like it's like some, oh, he's like weaving it. Just how descriptive. The picture he's painting. I will drag myself through a mile of glass just to watch you cease to exist. My goodness, that's beautiful! That's freaking beautiful! Just the lyrics alone are good. But then you come in with everybody going. You got the drums just on point with the double bass and that pops, and you feel the pop, the snare, and the bass. What's his... I forgot the bassist's name, but it's very rare that you can actually hear like someone just shredding you just shredding it. Such a good song. Oh my gosh, I'm happy that did well commercially, because that is a good freaking song right there. That's one of the few times where I heard a song the first time and said, this is it. I wouldn't have bought their album last summer if I didn't hear that song. Oh my gosh, that song is good. Oh my... Everybody, I don't care if you don't listen to metal. Check that song out. Let that be your angry song for the rest of your days. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go to song number 1. Number 1 is a classic. So much so that I know everyone is going to call me a fake Suicide Silence fan, but hey, maybe I am. You only live once. Yo, I know you're going to talk trash. I know they've got oodles upon oodles and SpaghettiOs and all sorts of jive songs, a plethora, if you will. But y'all, you only live once goes so friggin' hard. Like, everybody was tripping off Drake's The Motto. You only live once, that's the motto, bueno, yo. No. Listen here, Drake. You only live once, so just go freaking nuts. Oh my gosh, and the way it's like that message is just live life hard. It's just, oh my gosh, that's such a great song. So much so that, like, I want to cover that song, but I feel like I'm just not even going to do it justice. Mitch, legendary, hands down, no Michael Jackson, gone too soon. Man, that guy was talented. That guy was so freaking talented. But everything about it, to the video, the video's a little violent, but from the video, the song, the instruments, how it's mixed, everything about that song is amazing. Ironically, that is the only song off that album I like, but I just love that song. That's like in my maybe top 100 metal songs. that's definitely in there somewhere. And that might sound broad, but I listen to a lot of metal, so that's kind of good. But y'all, that's my list. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. Leave your list, your top 5, or however many you want to leave. What kind of Suicide Silence songs do you like? What are they? Leave them in the comments. Do you listen to Suicide Silence? And if you don't listen to metal, how heavy into rock would you say that you listen to? Are we talking like Radiohead, King of Leon's, or whoever they're called? Or are you like a little bit more like edgier with it? Are you like Killswitch, Slipknot? Like, what kind of music do you listen to as far as rock goes if you're not into metal? But for my Suicide Silence heads, fans, whatever your fan base is called, what do you think, Suicide Silence? If you're watching it, I hope your tour goes great. Wait, if you're watching this, I hope your tour goes well. I'm starting to mess up, so I'm ending the video. Like, comment, subscribe, H3. Let me just end the video because I'm messing up.